Rylan is right here, the new co-host of the Xtra Factor. Congratulations.
Thank you. I know.
Do you know, tell me this, are there lots and lots of Rylans? Because you do so, you do so much. I was thinking you got yourself cloned.
Do you know what? A lot of people have been saying to me, like, do you remember that thing on Channel 4, Humans?
Yes.
With the simps? People keep going, you're a simp, you're a simp, there's something wrong with you. And that is the truth. I just charge myself up for an hour a day and then I'm all right.
But it's great, you're so busy, so busy.
It's amazing, I'm so lucky.
But going back to the X Factor, that's where it all started, really, for you.
Yeah.
I know you'd done things before, obviously modelling and stuff, but that was the big, big breakthrough, wasn't it?
That was it, yeah, and, you know, it was 4 years ago now, and in some respects it seems like yesterday, in other respects it seems like I've been doing what I do now for like 20 years. So, yeah, to see that photo especially is, I mean, what a way to start, you know? I mean, if you're going to start, you might as well have a breakdown in 50-degree heat in Dubai. So.
I know, and I don't... Well, you were emotional and quite right too, but it's...
No, I was hungover, Lol. That was the problem. I was hungover. I had 2 hours sleep and, like, I'm looking out of one eye, like, I needed an eye patch. It was 50 degrees, my face was melting down my top. And I was just like, I've got a 7.5-hour flight home in an economy and I'm probably going to be an X Factor reject. Just get me home. That was it. And then she's like, actually, baby, you're going through. I was like, ah! I couldn't deal with it.
No wonder. And she's coming. She's going to be back as well.
She is. So I saw her all last
great.
week. I went back to
really
the press shoots that we did, and it was just surreal. Like I walked in and Nicole was like, "My baby," and I was like, "Right, Nick." Sharon flashed me in a nice way.
Did she?
Yeah.
She does do that.
It's just lovely to be back.
It's lovely to be back with all the things you would expect. The Life of Rylan.
I know.
Ta-da!
And we know I've got to thank for that title. A certain Miss Lorraine Kelly.
Because I remember I said to you, I said to you, you're leading the Life of Rylan.
Yeah, you did. It was my first ever presenting job ever. I literally just left X Factor and I was on, it was Daybreak back then, wasn't it? With you and Ali.
With Ali,
And I was guest entertainment editor for the week while Richard was off.
So funny.
And you said, you know, you need to do a reality show called The Life of Rylan. I was like, it's a good title, bank that for the book.
Just keep that back. And as you were saying earlier on, totally written it by yourself. You did
and I don't know if I've mentioned that. I wrote it myself.
Once or twice. And it is a best-selling book and it's all fantastic.
I can't believe it.
It's all there from when you were a little kid. And I always think you were destined to be famous in some way. I mean, there was no way you weren't going to be. You went in for, you did modelling, and then you had a boy band, and then reality shows. It was always going to happen for you. That determination.
Look at these photos. You know when you put these in the book and think that's nice, like Mummy are like that, and then you don't realise that when you go on Lorraine, they're going to be brought up. Yeah, no, do you know what? I'm 27 years old, and writing an autobiography, it's embarrassing. You're like, oh my God, this is ridiculous.
So much.
And Lorraine, you know me, like 4 years ago, I probably would have had a perfume, a clothing line, a tan out, this and that. And I'm glad that I didn't go down that route.
Me too.
So to do a book, when the guys at like Penguin Random House at Century asked me to do it, I said no. I was like, it's not me, I'm not a product type of person. And they were like, come on, we'd really like you to do it. We think people would be interested. And I said, look, if I'm going to do it, I want to write it myself. And they were like, so he set me up with this lovely ghostwriter, Carly. She was such a lovely girl, and she's written a lot of people's books, and they've always done well. But I just said to her, Carly, look, I really like you, but can I just go away just for 1 week, see how I get on? Yeah. And if it doesn't work out, then by all means, I'd happily let you do it. And I wrote 4 chapters, and she was like, it sounds like you.
Just do it.
It's your book. You've got to do it. And I did it. And yeah, I didn't. With all due respect, they're going to kill me for saying this. My publicist is over there, she's going to have a go. But I didn't do this to sell a book. I really, really didn't. I did this because I'm an X Factor reject on paper. That's how I still look at myself 4 years on. Yeah, I mean, look, not now, but that was what I was. Yeah. You know, it's what happened to me. And, you know, I thought, you know what, I'm going to write a book. It's something I can tick off my life list. I've written a book. I'm hoping it'll be the start of a couple or maybe another one. You never know. But it's just an achievement for me, but to literally, I got the call yesterday at about 3-4 o'clock when I was at Big Brother saying, are you sitting down? I was like, yeah, why? And they were like, you've made the Sunday Times best-selling list. I was like, who?
What?
And they were like, that means you get a sticker on the book. Like, it's going to go, I'm getting a sticker. You know, like when you're at school and you get, like, see me for a sticker on your own work.
Absolutely.
I couldn't believe it.
Couldn't be any better.
No,
couldn't be any better. But I think you have made some really good choices. As well as that, though, I mean, you and I did this morning a couple of weeks ago. Do you remember?
Yeah.
And it was great fun. I was really impressed by you because you did all your homework, you knew exactly what you were doing, and you're a natural. You're a TV natural. You really are.
No, I love it,
and
Lorraine.
You can tell that, but you're a grafter. And that's
do you know
the difference.
what? And
you don't just dibble in it, you know, you just dabble in it.
No,
you're a
it's
grafter.
like you said, it's been very much 4 years ago when I first worked with you. It was the first person pretty much that I worked with was you doing this. You know, I could have gone down a very, very different path. And I learned literally the day I left X Factor, it's more what you say no to than what you say yes to.
Absolutely.
And 4 years on, I'm now saying yes to the things I really want to say yes to.
And you said yes to Ab Fab. How exciting. But nearly never happened.
Well, it very nearly never happened, no. So I bullied Kathy Burke, and I don't condone bullying, but I did bully Kathy Burke for about 7 months when I knew this film was happening. I was like, Kath, you need to sort it out. If I'm, you know, if it's the back of my hand in shot, in the back, I've got to be in this film. I love Ab Fab. Anyways, long story short, Jennifer had got in touch and said, you know, we've written you a part. For those that haven't seen the film, there's a scene in the film that's set in a drag club. And they were like, you're going to be the drag queen, blah, 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 host of the night. I was like, great, can't wait, I'll do anything. And then the date come through and I was on honeymoon. And I was absolutely devastated. Like, Dan got the right because he was like, you're thinking about cancelling the honeymoon. I was like, no, we can't do that. But yeah, and then so it went away. And then whilst I was in the Maldives, I got a lovely email basically saying, Jennifer would love to have you in it. She knows how much you want to do it. You're going to be doing another scene now, but this time with Rebel Wilson. I was like, oh, all right, lovely.
Do.
I'll have a
That'll
go.
do.
Yeah.
You're the kind of person you will. You said you say no to a lot of things. You know what's going to work, and it's things like that that just make you. Didn't you just think to yourself, this is amazing?
Yeah, it's just there's so many times. Like you read this book, and it's like the journey, especially with Big Brother. I think that's the biggest one here because that's been sort of drip fed throughout my life. And back then, in the Channel 4 days, you got found out, you're not going in. That's how it worked.
So you would have thought that was the end of it?
And I thought that was the end of it. And then sort of a few years later, I go in Celebrity Big Brother, I win it, host it, get a husband from it. And I've got the best job in the world on Bit on the Side. I love it.
Life is good, my love.
Life is lovely.
Is very, very, very good. I don't have to say the best of luck with the Life of Rylan because it's already there.
I know,
the only thing you've got to do now
moon.
is to get to #1.
Yeah, well, I doubt that very much. I didn't even think I'd hit the list, so I'm just happy to be doing what I'm doing.
Good luck with it, darling. It's
Lovely.
always
Thanks
great
so
to
much
see
for
you.
having me.
Thank you.